Hey guys, Loma02, currently conducting an M19 core set draft in single elimination queue. So this pack has a bunch of bad, well, not bad uncommons. Like the Gutter Snipe is playable in a very specific deck. The Dragon Egg, kind of the same thing, but I think it's a fine card. Let's look at the commons though. Doom Dissenter is a fine common. Essence Scatter. So I think the two cards that interest me the most are three, maybe four. I mean, Doom Dissenter, Essence Scatter, Goblin Instigator, and Lich's Caress. I'm going to highlight the Caress and reserve it. It's just great. It just removes anything, gains you some random life. I think for signaling purposes, it could be correct to take Essence Scatter because there's absolutely zero blue cards in this pack. But I don't know if that's correct. I mean, Lich's Caress is a more powerful effect than Essence Scatter, and I think that's tend to go with more decks, but I'm going to take the Caress here. I think that's a pretty easy pick. Alright, Psychic Symbiont is the card I think I'm going to take. I would love to play that card, and there's Divination, some other cool stuff in here, but I could take a Siegebreaker Giant, try to go red, black, but no, I think I'd prefer to have the Symbiont. Ooh, well, we have our first tough pick, so yeah, not really tough, but I think it's Poison Tip Archer here, actually. Chaos Wand is quite powerful. Maybe it is Chaos Wand. Chaos Wand is a very powerful effect. Problem is, I don't see any good, like, black cards in this pack, or blue, really. People Wand, though. Alright, Divination is probably what I'm going to take here. We're looking to go the way of Control, I suppose. Is Control good in this format? Not so hot, but I think the red-white deck is probably the best. Who was in here? Let's see. Anyone we know? Not that it really matters that much. I don't recognize anyone. Not that it really matters all that much, just due to the fact that we're not going to be playing these players. It's one thing I wish they would bring back. Maybe I'm just like ignorant and don't know they have it. Alright, this is an interesting pack. Now, the black-red deck could have been open. There's a Brawl Bash Ogre there. I think I'm just going to take Cancel, though. I mean, I do think Blood Divination is also very powerful, but I'm going to take the Cancel. Omen Speaker is great, so black is being drafted pretty heavily. We're going to have to pick some up in the next pack, because I think it is getting cut quite significantly. We may be more of a blue deck. Someone likely first picked a Murder or something like that. Murder is a very first pickable card. I really would like to play my Psychic Symbiont, and I would like to play Lich's Caress as well. Could have been possible Essence Scatter was the more correct first pick for signaling purposes. Yeah, maybe I should have. For signaling, I think it was pretty strong. Take Essence Scatter, because it's just like, there's no blue this way, man. That's basically all it says. I don't think blue is being as heavily drafted as black, so I think we're going to be able to have some sort of blue deck. Blue's fun. Blue's very controlling in this format, so I would like to support it with black or white. I guess white not as much. I mean, white just gives it creatures. If you get like Cleansing Nova, then you can play that, and that's a great card. Obviously, in blue-white, in limited, it's pretty good, but... Or Planeswalker, but the chances we get a Planeswalker are pretty low. Alright, there's no playable cards for us in this pack. I'm going to take another Cancel, but I'm not really ecstatic to start two Cancels. I don't mind running one. Okie doke. Meandering River's interesting. I think it's just a Hired Blade here. Okay, well, Sideboard Material or Daybreak Chaplain. Pick up Pack Beast. I think Pack Beast can be more powerful in the right deck. I think I would rather have this or the Two-Headed Zombie. Probably this, actually, of all things. I actually don't mind Hired Freeblade in like an all-counterspell deck. Now we need to pick up some counterspells at this point. And there's another one of these anyways, so, and I will play this thing for right now. Naturalize, sure. So the Essence Scatters of note were all snapped off. We did not see one. We saw one in our very first pack, which we could have taken over Lich's Caress, but I think that would have been silly. I mean, I think Caress is just a way better card. I tend to go into like no win con blue black a lot. It has never really served me that well. Maybe I play it poorly. Maybe I just don't get the support I think I need to make it run. Is Chaos Wand startable? I think so. I mean, it really just depends on matchup. I mean, if you just get into the red-white matchup, you're probably just going to get overrun if you're trying to use it, but The card is very, very good against in the control mirrors. It may just be a sideboard card for this format. I don't know. I don't feel like giving up on it, that easily. I do think the card is very strong. Exclusion Mage is very powerful. I like the Symbiont a lot too. Like a second Symbiont or an Exclusion Mage. Exclusion Mage is probably more correct. Especially where I feel this deck is going. Symbiont does have a higher chance of wheeling. It probably will not. Get a Dwindle back. Yeah, it's Exclusion Mage though, I think. Strangling Spores feels like it's about right. Vine Mare is a very powerful card, but I'm a mile away from playing green. Druid of the Cowl, also a very good green card. Pick up this, though. There's an Essence Scatter. There's also a Neonate. Oh, there's a Horizon Scholar, too. Alright, well, I can't say no to Horizon Scholar. I'm going to pick the Horizon Scholar up. It's just a very, very good card. Don't really want to run this many Hired Blades, but I will if I have to, I suppose. Yeah, it kind of pained me to pass the Psychic Symbiont number 2, but I think I'd rather have Exclusion Mage in a deck like this. We also wouldn't mind picking up like a Mind Rot. We have the 1 Divination. I may run 2 in this format. It's getting a little dicey at that point, though, as to whether they're good or not. The one thing that blue-black kind of lacks is a way to break board parity, or to or to come back from behind on the board. It's pretty decent at like maintaining board parity, or basically if you maintain board parity through the early game, it tends to be fine. But the issue I've had with the deck is that if they get ahead early, they'll just generally tend to stay ahead because the answer cards are just so expensive. That's why a good aggro deck's probably still the best in this format. Switcheroo is interesting. What would I be switcherooing, though? Like, Hired Blade's not really a great thing to switcheroo. I suppose Exclusion Mages. Switcheroo is very powerful. I mean, it's either that or Snapping Drake. Snapping Drake is just a fine card. I think I'm going to take the switcheroo here. I think we take the uncommon. It is a powerful effect. It's not. The thing is, like, I'm gonna have a lot of like just weirdly placed cards. All right, Open the Graves is pretty powerful as well, but that may just be like getting too ambitious. Like, I only have 8 critters, right? I gotta try it. I mean, over Divination, I'm gonna try it out. All right, there's an Aperture, which is just a medium card. Blood Divination. I'm going to pick up the Aperture over the Divination. Disperse or Dwindle? I think Dwindle is okay. It's probably better than my first Disperse. Alright, Nightmare's Thirst. Yeah. Another Dwindle or a Cancel. Could just be like the mono cancel deck. Like, never get a back from behind. I do have Exclusion Mage, though. I'll pick up another cancel. Alright, Abnormal Endurance is fine. Child of Night is actually something I will play at this point. I mean, I just don't have good early plays. In a minimum, having a bunch of Hired Blades does work well with a bunch of cancels. Because you can either play the Hired Blade on the end step. You're going to really take a beating doing that, but I mean... Alright, Field Creeper is fine. I don't really need to play that yet. I may. But if I have Child of Night, I'd rather have stuff like that where it gains me life, or like Omen Speakers that just get me cards. I would like to pick up like 2 to 3 Essence Scatters. That's probably a pipe dream. Like 2 would be awesome. 3 would be amazing. And I'd be able to cut some of the bad cards from this deck. Probably a Walking Corpse. I don't think I want Axe. Walking Corpse could be a sideboard card for this deck. Some Neonates would be pretty good, too. I know I passed up on a few. Let's sort this again by cost. I do have a Nightmare's Thirst down there, which is probably not going to be great in this deck, but it's medium playable. All right, Blanchwood Armor. No one's all in on those enchantments. All right, let's open some good cards here. Oh, well, I didn't specify which color I wanted them to be opened in. Um, Demanding Dragon's just a bomb, but it's a bomb that I cannot play. I'm going to have to take the Aven Wind Mage, I think. Probably cutting this. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. We only have 11 creatures right now. We have a ton of 3-drops. Only got 2 pieces of hard removal. I suppose we have the Exclusion Mage and a bazillion cancels. Is cancel good enough in this format? Cancel's not bad. Like I don't think it's generally supposed to be a 3 of in any of the, like in these kind of decks, but I don't really have the removal to help support this build. It could be a walking corpse right now, sadly enough. Yeah, Demanding Dragon's probably one of the best rares in the set. There's a few good ones. I mean, there's like the Leonin War Leader is very good. The Mythics, I mean, obviously the Planeswalkers are quite strong. Resplendent Angel, obviously quite strong. But as far as rares go, I think that Demanding Dragon's up there. Patient Rebuilding's up there. I mean, that would be an awesome win con for this deck, is Patient Rebuilding. Just have that in the back pocket. I mean, just being able to draw that many cards is generally pretty amazing. Alright, there is a Murder, which I am easily going to take over Mentor of the Meek. Another Cancel, yeah, I probably don't need that, but I will certainly take a Murder. It gives us 3 ways to remove things. Nightmare's Thirst is pseudo-removal. It's more of a combat trick, honestly. We get a Mystic Archaeologist here. I don't think that's possible, but that'd be pretty sweet if we did. We're still very low on win cons. I mean, we're basically trying to go all in with Hired Blades. I guess we have Horizon Scholar, Symbiont, Switcheroo. Aperture's decently sized. We have a decent bit of removal, too. So, I mean, it's not horrible. I guess we have Chaos Wand to kind of accrue card advantage as well. Alright, Strangling Spores. I think I'm actually down with Spores. I mean, Aviation Pioneer is quite a good card, but I don't know. It could be Pioneer here, but I have a bazillion 3-drops, and I think I want a little more removal. I didn't pick up the Essence Scatters I wanted, unfortunately. I mean, if I got like 1, I think 1 would be great in this deck. I'd probably cut a cancel for it. Alright, cancel number bazillion. What is the pick here? There's actually some good cards here. They're just not in my colors. I'm at 24 right now. I mean, Stag is probably... Stag... Now, Luminous Bonds plus Stag. One of these two are the best card in this pack. I'll pick up the Luminous Bonds. I mean, it's more on theme with my deck. Alright, Scholar. Why is there another Stag in here? I'll pick up a Macabre Waltz because it's sideboardable. I suppose I could pick up a Scholar here if I need more playables. I think I'm just going to pick up this Macabre Waltz. Alright, Doom Dissenter is actually a card I think this deck would... Well, actually, I'm not sure if it's Doom Dissenter or if it's Suspicious Bookcase. Bogart Brute's here, too. I think I'm going to pick up the Bookcase, honestly, of all things, because it just blocks really well. Alright, well, our colors have dried up. I'm going to pick up a Tolarian Scholar here. Vampire Neonate? I think I want that over another Divination. Or, another Divination. Mind Rot, great sideboard material, but I think I'm going to start Divination over it. Probably cut a Cancel right now. Cancel number 40. If we play against Hard Control... Actually, we should have picked up that Artifact Creature. It's another big dude that we can win with. And we are a little short on win cons. Probably cut one of these guys. You know, one more cut to make. Do I really want to cut creatures, though? Dwindle is kind of marginal. Yeah, sure, Invoke. Well, we can have 4 cancels in our deck if we really want to. Just counter everything. What do I think of this deck? This deck's medium. Can never beat a Vine Mare. Yeah, sure, I guess. Yeah. If we ever need to up the threat count, we can do that too. Do I want to open the graves? It's a 12 creature deck. Probably not. Johnny's Welcome is fine. It's better in the black-white deck. Alright, Rustling Falcon. Yep, get in there, you. And you get back in there. You get in there. Alright, so what do I think of this deck? This deck's medium. I hope we can at least win our first game with it. It's not very active. It's kind of going to be one of the problems, and it has some suboptimal Hired Blades in it, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I think they're going to be okay in this deck. I mean, we could cut one of the Hired Blades, just put a Dwindle in there. This is definitely going to be a 17 land deck. Would I rather have a Higher Blade or this dude? Or it could just be another cancel. I don't think it's another cancel. Be a Mind Rot, not a Walking Corpse. Alright, we're just going to do this. We have the Suspicious Bookcase to kind of hold down the early game, the Neonate for the same reasons. Neonate combos out with Epiture, obviously, and then with Nightmare's Thirst to a small extent. Same with Child of Night. It's like some interesting small synergy we have there. And we've got Even Wind Mage, which is just a decent flyer. We don't have a ton of great flyers. We have Horizon Scholar, which is a great flyer. The Symbiont, which is fine. I guess we have Exclusion Mage, too. We have some decent card quality. I don't know if this is, the best deck we could have drafted here, though. I think maybe we could have done better. Alright, this hand is very, very medium. I'm going to keep it, though. I don't think it gets better than this. Because I don't have a ton of 1 and 2 drops, so I think, I have to hope to draw into something decent here. Alright, Child was a fine draw. I'm going to lead on this. Say go. Hopefully they don't play a 2-drop. I wish we had, 1 to 2 Essence Scatters over some of the number of the cancels we picked up. But such is life. Alright, creature. Okay, Highland Game. Fair. Alright. I'm just going to play out my Life Linker. Basically the same card, kind of, huh? Are you attacking? No, you're not. Alright, I can say, if they're going to play something, or are they just going to pass it? It's an odd way to sequence that. Alright, well, I think what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to pass it. I'm going to leave up cancel here. Yeah, I'm going to take 3, but I'm certainly not attacking there. I mean, the best case, they trade their Highland Game, but worst case, they just let it through, and then I'm just like, alright, I'm taking attack for 5. I'm pretty much canceling anything here. I've committed to this. They can attack me for 3. Alright. I think I'm going to hang back. Leave up the Strangling Spores. I could have played out the 2-headed zombie as well. There was an option there. No, Naki Ogre, okay. Get strangled by the spores. Ooh, I like that quite a bit. I think I like that enough that I'm going to play a bookcase out. And I'm going to divinate right now. And hope to kill something a little better. Okay, we'll hang back. Okay, more land for them. Play like a Colossal Dreadmaw and I'll just Lich's Caress it. I'm going to feel stupid if they just start attaching auras to one of these things. Yep, I knew they would do it, too. Alright, we're going to trade here. I will trade this card for their 1 card. Alright, so what have you got? If they put another aura on this thing, alright, I guess they could do that too. And just get in there for a bunch. Oh my goodness. That thing's quite large. Alright. Do we block here? Probably. Probably block here. I mean, if they drew Titanic Growth, I guess we still live. Another huge thing. Alright, that sucks for us. Alright, this thing. I think we have to take 7 this turn. Yeah. Well, wait, no, let's not do that. Let's do this. Let's actually blow this thing up. Send this thing back to hand. Because I want to abnormal endurance here. Okay. Alright, we gotta find another answer to that thing. Unfortunately, we don't have another cancel on us. I feel like the big things deck. Maybe we do want cancels against this deck. Alright, the twins. So they're playing Gigantosaurus. Alright. Well, certainly not a murder. Well, I'm going to attack here. I need to draw a creature anyways, so I'm going to have to take 7. You can't block him. With murder, we are out of spores at this point. Alright, do they have another big thing to play? Alright, Arcane Encyclopedia is fine, I think. I mean, they could find a pump spell. Some sort like Titanic Growth would just kill me out right here. But I don't think I can... I guess I should have tried to block now. I really shouldn't have. I wouldn't have done anything. It's a bit 4. I need to have like a large toughness creature. Probably like a Sphinx here. Alright, well we failed to hit. So we flooded out. That is unfortunate. Let's draw and see. Alright, well there was the answer we needed. 1 card down. Of course, always never look. Never look. Open the Graves is interesting. Mind Rot against this deck is probably fine. I do like Dwindle against this deck. Dwindle is pretty good. Switcheroo is great. Abnormal Endurance, is that going to be great? Probably not as great. Alright, let's just rejam it. I think this deck should be fine against them. I don't think I want more than 2 cancels. Well, they do have some big things, some big random things. So it could randomly be great. But we kind of just flooded there, unfortunately, near the end. Alright, this hand is keepable. And go, that was a great draw. Okay, Ruptured Spire is nice. That means we can hold up cancel on the next turn. Or we could just play the Wind Mage. I think we actually just play the Wind Mage down here. I think... Oh, that actually makes it even easier. So we're definitely going to Wind Mage here. Say go. Especially with Spores at this point. Okay, Naki Ogre, yep. Ooh, Switcheroo. I think here I'm willing just to do this. I mean, it is kind of a lot of mana, but get in for 3. Put them back on tempo. I could have also just played the 4-2 out. That may have been more correct, actually. Okay, a Ginormous Spider. At this point, I think I leave up... do I leave up cancel, or do I just develop? I'm going to play this dude out. Say go. They're probably not turning the spider sideways. Tap land's good for me. Okay, mana. I probably should watch out for Mind Rot. They're playing a lot of colors. Highland Game, whatever. All right, now I'm just going to wait. I do want to start drawing lands. I think we are at kind of a board stall right now, and I would like to start just draining them if they don't do anything, and if they do stuff, I'll just cancel the best stuff they can do. They'll be at 6 mana soon. They do have a 7-drop. We know they have Giganosaurus, which is like a virtually uncastable card, but they do have it in their deck. I assume he plays something. All right, 2 for 1 ya. Not that it's exceedingly good right there, but I mean, might as well just get the value, right? All right. Let's see if they want to trade some of their stuff. You want to? Nope. I didn't think so. Play a 7-drop here. Play the Gaspark Twins. One more. There you go. Gaspark Twins. Felt it in the air. I could just steal that, but I think I'd rather just steal the Giganosaurus if they have it. They're getting to a point now where they're going to have to start blocking. If it's Giganosaurus, I'll just trade for it. Giganosaurus, do it. I know you're going to do it. There it is. That's great. Alright, resembling skeleton. Cool. Ooh, we can even dwindle it. I'm going to dwindle this thing, actually, and I'm going to play out an Omen Speaker here. I'm going to bottom all of that nonsense. I'm going to get in for 2. Alright, what else have we got? Colossal, blah, blah, blah. Sweet. It's not going to do anything. Alright, that thing. You turn that sideways? Wow. Opponent's got balls. Yep. They can put 2 things in front of the Menace dude if they want, but they'll both die. Yep. And they will take 4. Alright. Yes, this is fine. Oh, draw well, my friend. Draw well. We have your Ginorma Gantosaurus. Alright, they cycled that thing to try to find something. We'll see what they get. Nothing. Okay. So, I think our deck should be decently good against theirs. So one other cancel. I mean, Hired Blade feels kind of suboptimal. I think I'd rather have another cancel, sadly enough. I'd rather have more flyers, but that's just not a thing we have, so we don't have a lot of that. I have a Mind Rot. I do have Mind Rot, too. Mind Rot is actually probably better than cancel. Yeah, I think I like Mind Rot better than cancel. I'm gonna resub. If I have it in the opener, I can generally tend to snipe off some big stuff. Gigantosaurus, eh? Wish I had more Neonates in this deck. Neonate is such a great common. Like, the card has really grown on me over time. Nightmare's Thirst is probably bad. What does it actually kill? I guess in blocks could possibly do something. I actually don't mind this hand. Will my opponent block here? Probably not. They will. Alright. They have no castable... Oh, they have this. They have Titanic Growth. They have a lot of big dudes. They have Palaka Worm as well. Alright, interesting to know. Okay, draw a card. Cool. Looking for a land, probably. Well, better to get the lands out of the way, I suppose. They have a massive drop here. Palaka Worm is a beast. Alright, Colossal, whatever. Okay. Okay, the Ogre. Bang in there for 7. You have Palaka Worm. That would be annoying. Alright, Palaka Worm. I really want to draw a crappy creature. I could just burn this off here. They have a way to deal with Palaka Worm. Alright. Blanchwood Armor would be annoying. Probably need to leave up mana after this point. Okay, get in there. Cancel. Alright, spores number 40 million. I need to keep them off cards. I'm going to use one here. Yep. Throw a Blanchwood armor on something. Yeah, Naki Ogre's fine. They may just be blocking this turn. They attack or no? I think they block. Just gonna double check here. Alright, yeah, they have straight up nothing left. Well, we can't stop drawing lands here. You gotta put them all out there. Okay. And go ahead. Like to see you draw cards. Do we get there? Nice. Alright. Stealing the Palaka Worm was good. We're going to draw anything good. Wind Mage, Omen Speaker. Really wanted like a cancel. Cancel would have just... Alright, Dwindle was good. Anyways, that was the sort of deck I think this deck wants to face. They had some tools against us, though. Palaka Worm is just a monstrosity. Like, that card is just dumb. Like, I think if I had not known about it, I may have burned off the Switcheroo earlier than that. But Palaka Worm is just nuts. Like, 7 life is a ton. Getting a free card off of a 7/7 Trampler is just nuts. I mean, the card used to be a common, which is just beyond believable. I think it was in the same format with Haro, too. I'm trying to remember if it was Zendikar block or not. It's been a while. But pretty cool. Got to go 2-1, play some pretty interesting games. Both of us definitely flooded out extensively there. I think me probably worse than them. I mean, they were drawing multiple cards a turn. So they ostensibly should have drawn better than that. But they really only had like 2 other cards that really blocked that thing. I mean, they had the Gaspar Twins, which is a great blocker for it. Then they had, I guess Blanchwood Armor also counts as a blocker for it as well. At that point, Blanchwood Armor was just massive. Alright. Well, let's see if Blue-Black can fade the Skullduggery Cane. That's pretty funny. What do I think of this? This hand is keepable. It's not great, but it's keepable. It doesn't have any blue mana, but it has removal. It's got a combo piece with the removal. It's got a 1-drop. Yeah, I'm going to keep it. Hope to draw some good cards. No 1-drop. No 1-drop. Should be many 1-drops in just green. Dryad Seeker would be the worst thing to see. It's going to take a while to remove that thing. Alright, this thing's fine, I think, though. I think I'm going to take the turn off. If they attack with this thing, it's pretty obvious they have Sure Strike, but if they want to spend their whole turn killing... Oh, wow. Yeah. Let's draw those cards. You have like a Courser or something. Alright, they're just not going to attack. Which is probably good for us. Not interested in winning fast here. Could just be more correct to remove one of the hired blades and put in an additional, or put in a Mind Rot. Kind of want them to try to use a combat trick here as opposed to playing something relevant. They have a bazillion mana, though. What I kind of want to do is block this thing. Gain the life. Alright, they could have shock as well. Alright, volley veteran. Okay. Well, what we can do is remove this thing in response, which is great for us. Take up their whole turn doing that. Hired Blade. Get drained. Sadly enough, I'm going to do this just for tempo purposes because they're not playing anything out, and I kind of want to start damaging them. I mean, they could giant growth this thing if they really wanted to. If they have shock, I want them to spend it on my Hired Blade. It's fine. I have a ton of removal. Maybe this is too aggro. Alright, this is like an Electrify on that thing. Fine. Sucks, but I mean, it's fine. I mean, they're spending 4 mana to remove a little nonsense creature. Alright, now I'm definitely not going to use it on that thing. Ooh. That was a solid hit. Oh, I owe one more. There we go. Symbiont. We have removal for most things. And Electrify on the Psychic Symbiont. I mean, they have to have like a bunch of removal in hand because they're just not doing anything relevant. If a Planeswalker, I'm probably in a lot of trouble. I guess I do have a lot of removal though. So if it was like a Johnny or something like that. We shall see. They have a Banefire? Could have Banefire for 3 on that. That's what it looks like they have, is Banefire on that. Yeah. Alright. You got it. Alright, go ahead. Yeah, Banefire's probably not going to kill me anytime soon. This thing. Strangling Spores should start damaging. Leave up Cancel. Cancel was a great pickup, by the way. Yeah, sure. In there for 4. And this should be quite lethal. Got a Lich's Caress to stop anything else. I mean, I guess they could have like a Nova or something like that. Nova would be kind of a beating. Alright, they're just done. Alright, so slow deck. Kind of a slow deck. 3 colors, all more cancel action going on. I think 2 cancel is probably fine. This guy is so bad, though. God, this card's bad. Maybe I just bring another cancel. I'm going to try that out. They have some removal. 3 cancel that deck. Hey, look. I mean, like, I love cancel. Like, cancel, I mean, like, you're not going to get any better than cancel nowadays. I mean, I guess I have Essence Scatter, but, like, cancel gets anything, right? Chaos Wand seems good against this deck, too. I mean, they had a lot of, like, they had, like, Electrify. They look like they had a lot of decent bit of removal, so I don't think it's a horrible card in this matchup. Alright, well, this hand is very slow, but their deck kind of appeared to be slow, and it has a murder to kind of bide some time back. I'm going to keep this because it has a lot of powerful cards in it, but it needs to hit minute lands very badly. Alright. Go. No Neonate turn 1 this time, unfortunately. They have a 2-drop that plinks me. No, but I drew a Chaos Wand, which is not horrible. Shouldn't have 6 here. They do nothing interesting. I'm going to play a Chaos Wand out and say go. We know they have Electrify at a minimum in deck. So if they want to sit around and just do nothing, then I'll sit around and do nothing with them. And hopefully I'll be able to cast their best spells. Alright, this dude. I'm going to try to get the Electrify out of their deck. Rapid Bite, alright, well that was bad. Maybe I shouldn't have wasted my whole turn doing that. Now we know they have it. Okay. If I miss on land here, I'm probably just going to go for a Divination. Okay, this dude doesn't attack. Yeah, we are going to Divination here. Ooh, wow. We missed? Yuck. Ditch that guy. I really don't care about their life total, I don't think. And I have Murder in hand to kind of make up the lost time. Kind of sucking right now, though. I mean, we just didn't hit mana on that Divination, which is rough beats. Okay, that dude's going to die. Get in for 1, that's fine. Alright, there is some manas. Scry anything that's not land to the bottom. I actually want all this mana. I could switcheroo for the Poison Tip Archer. Okay, they're going to probably pay for this. Okay. Kill this dude. And we have a big fella to play next turn. I think what we do is just put them off the top of their deck. Yeah, I'm going to be trading this thing, but it draws me an extra card. Takes that land off the top of my deck. And we got a Knight of the Tusk out of their deck. Alright, so they probably have another Knight. I mean, sure. Yeah, I'm gonna leave up the skull, or the skullduggery, the abnormal endurance. Leave up cancel here. We'll just burn this thing off. Play on a 4/4 flyer. Bottom. Yeah, we left cancel down, but worst case, if they play like just a bomb out, like an elder dragon or something, I'll just play a suspicious bookcase and exchange control of it. What was that? Just a kill spell? Yeah, whatever. Alright, go ahead. Alright, that's going to resolve. So I want to steal it. I'm going to cast this because I don't want them to draw it. Alright, take a suspicious bookcase, my friend. Don't have a kill spell. I think at this point we're running circles around them. Now, I suppose if they have like a bomb threat, like if they just top deck a bomb threat, then we could be in a lot of trouble here, but I think they're in a lot of trouble. If we get an untap, we just win. I mean, we're just going to leave up cancel from then on. Alright, yep. Island would actually not be a horrible draw. Exclusion Mage, that's hilarious. Just going to Exclusion Mage the bookcase. We're just running all over this poor opponent. They don't have a very thematically aligned deck. They have some powerful cards, though. Well, it looks like at a minimum, I don't think they can win this. I don't think there's cards in the game of Magic. Take vengeance on this thing. Well, if you have a bomb, cool. You have a bomb, but I'm going to cancel this. Do you have a bomb? Alright, Pegasus Courser, not a bomb. Decidedly not a bomb. Alright. Eat some spores. Alright, cool. Well, we got to beat an opponent to death with their own Leonin War Leader, which felt pretty good. That opponent's deck was, I don't know, it was very interesting. It was like a bazillion colors, a bunch of double-colored spells. It had powerful removal, but it didn't really have a lot of like early aggression, which is kind of exactly what we wanted to see, because, I mean, we have a Chaos Wand main deck. And I think our deck was very well paired against theirs because we have a lot of good card advantage options, including the wand itself was actually decent there. I mean, we had one tragic miss with it where we probably misplayed and should have just played a threat out as opposed to doing that. But, you know, after seeing the Electrify, I was like, I'm going to be greedy, try to do it here. Yeah, this hand's okay. I mean, we're on the draw, which kind of sucks for this hand, but could always top deck like a Neonate. Alright, I'm going to keep this. And no white Lana. No planes. It's going to be a planes, watch. The best decks... Okay, maybe not. The best decks tend to all be white in some way, shape, or form. Neonate. No Neonate. Yeah. Just lead on this. Say go. So, black, red. They could be multiple colors. Alright. Instigator. Alright, no Instigator. So they're going to play something here, right? They're going to play a threat. Bogart Brute. Alright, Sky March. You know what I think I like doing? Is leaving up cancel over their next turn. Yeah, you know, I like this. I'm going to take the damage here. This could be folly. I don't like playing the Wind Mage out because I feel like it's going to get killed. I can cancel their next threat, leave up Spores on the following turn, then play the Wind Mage out with Abnormal Endurance. I think that may be better here. I could be wrong. I'm going to take a slight beating from this. I'll take, 5 damage, essentially, off of the drain. Get canceled. Land or no? No land, okay. So, pure gas. Ooh. Alright, well, I'm going to change my mind here. If they try to shock this thing, at a minimum I can grow it out of range. They're not going to attack now, but at a minimum, this thing is still alive, and I just burned a card out of their hand. I traded cards with them. And they were at least mana screwed last turn. And if they want to attack, I'll trade them still. I'll trade all the cards. Because I think I like open boards better than they probably do. They have another shock. Okay, just this thing. They don't want to trade, okay. Chaos Wand. Hang back. Maybe I should have just divination there. Question is, do they loot? Probably loot. Okay. They're gonna thud it into me? Alright, they are gonna loot. Alright. Discarding a Meteor Golem. They could be trying to reanimate here. I'm gonna divination. I really want to hit my land drop here. Alright, something large-ish. Okay, Sovereign. Let's see what you got. Oh, that sucks. Could have a rise from the grave. We'll see. Probably should have just played out Horizon Scholar there. I mean, that was probably wrong of me. I mean, I've already seen one act of treason, so maybe I'm correct in that assessment. Well, here's the shock. Oop, not this. Do you have shock? Electrify, maybe. Could loot to try to find another shock if you have another one in the deck, or electrify, which I probably would recommend. Well, if you have removal, you go for it, right? They could just... Alright, they're going to blow up their other dude. But I'm still going to... They're going to do no damage, and they're going to be down a looter. Which is fine, I think. Yeah, I mean, that's fine by me. I fogged them for a turn. And they lost their... Probably one of their better cards on the board. And what else do they have to play? Assume they have something. Alright, this guy is fine, I think. So they probably do have some number of Brawl Bash Ogres. Alright, Murder is a very powerful card. But I think for now, we're just going to play this Gentleman out and say, I don't know, what do we look for here? Land? Probably like one land? I don't mind another land with the Chaos Wand, because then I can Murder plus Chaos Wand next turn, which seems decent-ish. I'm going to top that, top this. Hired Blade is not a great card, but it does, you know, help attack and kill and win the game. Don't top deck well this turn, my friend, please. Could also switcheroo the Child of Night if we really wanted to. Alright, it's just going to be... Oh, Jesus. It's going to be a lot of damage. Is that lethal? I'm down to 1. Alright, do they have shock? Alright, we have to really hope they don't have another one. If they have like, if they're like mono active treason deck, then they are, and we just lose to that. But I have a Murder plus Strangling Spores here, so this should be halfway decent. Get Spores. And we're at 3, so that means we're out of shock range, which is probably halfway decent. Do you have another threat? This thing, cool. don't really want to cast that. No haste creature one time. You have Sure Strike? Nope. I'm going to wait on that. This thing. Lightning strike your face. Wow. All right. Woo! Felt like we snuck by that one. All right, so a bazillion. Probably want Mind Rot against this opponent. It's probably better than Two-Headed Zombie. They're trying to use my cards against me. Do I want another cancel in this matchup? I feel like I might. I think there's a decent chance I might. The bookcase just blocks well. They have some decent targets for the Chaos Wand. Maybe I just take with Wand out. That'd be funny if they took their stuff out, but I don't think they could take out like Lightning Strike. The card's just too good to take out, right? Yeah, we're going to go like this. I mean, I could also put in Open the Graves. I mean, it does work decent against Thud and stuff like that. We have decent answers against Brawl Bash Ogre. I don't think they're going to take their stuff on. I mean, like, their deck circulates too much around Active Treason. Active Treason is good with Chaos Wand, too. I mean, you just get a free attack in with some dude. Can even take a Brawl Bash Ogre and sacrifice it to itself. Or the removal dude. I guess you still have to pay activation costs. I don't have red mana, unfortunately, so I guess I can't quite do that with the Mancer. If they did it right, they're probably just going to go more aggressive here. Hand's actually pretty good. It's got a wall. It's got decent mana. Has a Hired Blade as well to kind of sneak in there and get some damages. It's got an Exclusion Mage plus Abnormal Endurance, which is, I think, a pretty good combo. Okay. Land's not bad. All right. wall. Go. Gonna blow my wall up? Oh, they smelted my wall. Okay. They brought in smelt, I guess. Oh, over the wand. The wand makes sense because the wand is too good against them to leave in play. I don't care if they smelt that thing, though. That's just a blocker. It is a good blocker, but it's just a blocker at the end of the day. Now, hopefully they play on a 3-drop and I just bounce it back to hand. Skyscanner is not something I'm interested in bouncing back to hand, unfortunately. So it'll have to be a hired blade here. Alright. Oh, I know we have cancel, so I'll put on an island. They know we have murder, too. I'm not going to murder a Skyscanner. I think cancel comes with probably greater temerity on their part. Although I'm not going to use it here. Should play a hired blade out, and then probably put an exclusion mage into play to bounce whatever they play here. Get in there, you. They could also just lightning strike or shock my hired blade here. I wonder how many smelts they brought in. Probably not a ton. That was probably actually a weak use of smelt, in my opinion, looking at it now. Brawl Bash. Just tap out for it. You know you want to. Alright, they're going to leave up shock. They're afraid of cancel, too. Alright, Bloodletter is also something I really don't want to bounce, so I don't think I'm going to. What I really want to bounce is a Brawl Bash. And if they want to trade here, I think I'm fine with that. They do not want to trade. Alright, well, I'm not going to waste my turn. I'm going to exclusion mage the Skymarch Bloodletter, even though it is some life gain / loss. Buy some time. I can't just pass the turn and do nothing. So I don't think it's right to do that. If they want to shock my exclusion mage or my flash dude, cool. They don't evidently want to. I'd recommend they save it for abnormal endurance. They know I'm running it. They could blow me out a little better that way. Kind of biding time to get the Horizon Scholar into play, but we do know they are running active treasons as well, so that's kind of a nombo there. Are we playing the Skymarch? Alright, Goblin Motivator. And Skymarch? That'd be sweet. They're just going to leave mana open. Okay. Alright. I feel like they probably have a Brawl Bash Ogre here. Brawl Bash. No, just Devils, okay. We're going to start blocking here. That's a pretty crushing blow. I mean, do I play around? I'm going to get the Scry here. I mean, I don't think I can play around an active treason here. If they have it, I just lose the game more than likely. Murder's nice. Let's see. What do you got, man? One time, don't have it. Got two halfway decent top cards. Could have Lightning Strike in hand as well. We got Murder on the ropes coming up soon. Well, what have you got? I mean, you're probably going to win this game. I guess if they're thinking this hard, they probably cannot win this turn. So if they have the active trees, they're just going to win right now. Just slam it. All right. Take two over the top of Hired Blade. You have Sure Strike or something like that. That would surely stink, but... Alright, feels like a... Oh, Trumpet Blast. Does that make me dead? If they have Lightning Strike as well, it does. Oh, it's actually just lethal. It's 4 over the top of that thing. That sucks. They had it. Cool. Not much could be done there. I don't think we could have played that much better. We hit a lot of lands, and yeah. All right, just F6, man. You got me. I'm dead. I'm down to -1. I guess I could have... I mean, I was drawing Murder next turn. That sucks. That was close. Dwindle? No. Another cancel? Meh. I want just a Walking Corpse? No. Valerian Scholar? No. Maybe another Dwindle is right. Do I have any Dwindles in the deck? Probably another removal spell, maybe. Would I cut the Suspicious Bookcase? Probably not. Switcheroo seems kind of weak. Over, I think, Dwindle. I think we're going to do that. Switcheroo just doesn't seem great against this deck. I mean, they're like stealing stuff, thudding stuff. Doesn't seem that great. Alright, this hand is unkeepable. Alright, this is a hand we're going to have to keep. It's not great. And we're on the play, down to 6. Yikes. The first hand had a lot of gas. Alright, we're going to put that on top. As it is a fine card. And they didn't seem to be that fast out of the gates, so it's possible we could just land the Suspicious Bookcase next turn and then cancel their next thing, possibly dwindle it, who knows. Motivator. No Motivator turn 1. Alright, thank goodness. Motivator's a spooky card in this format. I am personally terrified of that card. Smelt. Again, that'd be funny. I don't think Smelt was that good, but I mean, it did stop my blocker from being a factor. They have the Pyromancer, or the Mancer, whatever this thing is called, Dismissive Pyromancer. Okay. Well, that card's annoying because it's a utility dude, and I don't have a clock right now. Alright, well, I need to not draw any lands anymore and just draw gas. That's pretty much the name of the game right now. Because the Mancer is going to be very problematic. They're probably just going to use the Mancer to kind of filter their draw here. Alright, well, it looks like we are going to flood out, unfortunately. unfortunately. 2 lands in a row on a fairly landed hand that was a mulligan to 6 on the play. Yeah, it's just one of those things in draft, you know, like if you mulligan in the wrong game, you can tend to just have issues. That was definitely not worth going to 5. All right, Trumpet Blast is gone. They don't really have a board presence right now, though, so I think that's fine. Also time our opponent out, possibly. I doubt that. I mean, they're on 7 minutes, basically. Doesn't seem very likely. So it's what, 4 damage to target creature? It's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, you got it, man. You've cleared the bookcase out. Alright, get canceled. Should get rid of this thing because this thing does find cards, and if their hand kind of sucks and they were trying to use this thing to filter, they would be happier this way. I mean, I need a Mize, but that is what it is, right? I don't like wasting like my second best removal card on that, but still. Now if they play out like a Brawl Bash, I can just dwindle it, or a Dragon or something like that. All right, this thing, it's fine, I think, because I'm just gonna make it tiny. Alright, I'm hellbent. My opponent probably has more gas in hand. What would be good here? Divination would be great. Divination to threat removal. That would be the optimal draw. Not that we're likely to see that, but it would be optimal. Alright, they have a bazillion mana, so whatever they probably want to do, they can probably do here. Okay, that's actually absolutely fine. Removing that. So they have a lot of interaction in hand. Or they have... Well, we'll see. Alright, Strangling Spores is removal. That deals with Brawl Bash Ogre pretty well. I haven't even seen that card, but I assume they have it in their deck. It's like the highest payoff card for their deck. Okay. More of this. Alright, well that's a good one. I can start attacking at a minimum. And they probably have a removal spell for it, but we'll force them to do it on their turn, which is kind of nice. Mind Rot would also be a pretty good one here. I mean, I don't think they have good stuff in their hand. I think if they had anything good, they would just cast it here. Like a huge dragon would be a problem, like a Lathliss or something. Well, I can't do both. Alright, I'm going to discard the Hired Blade, I think. Okay, get in for some damages. I don't think I just kill this thing. I think I save the spores. I am going to play out lands at this point because if they have Mind Rot, they can cast it, and I'll just cast this spell and kill their dude. I do think they have some number of active treason in hand. I think I'm just willing to take one here. Or they have like a smelt or something like that. Alright, abnormal endurance is horrendous. But at a minimum, if we hit like an exclusion mage or something like that, we could bounce two things. Not that I really want to bounce the Siegebreaker. Siegebreaker's fine just where we got it. Okay, more land for them. Alright, more land. Well, hopefully we can stop hitting land at this point. We do have 8 in play to their 9. Alright, that's annoying. Alright, that's annoying too. Do I pop off spores this turn on the Spell Spectre? I don't know. Part of me wants to wait. I'm going to do it. Alright, Sky March would have been a better target. Silly me. I think we're pretty dead here, though, guys. We just hit lands way too many times in a row. Divination would still be a good one. We'll play this Gentleman out. I think he's probably just going to get stolen. Alright, active treason. Yep. You got it. I mean, we kind of knew this, but I think... What else am I going to do, right? Wait for removal? Alright, they have a Trumpet Blast. Shock. Oof. Alright, 10 lands. Well, guys, at least we went 2-1. This is a pretty miserable... I mean, these are always the crappiest ways to lose, right? Just like losing to Mana Flood late game. I think our deck was less prone to doing it than their deck was, but, you know, what can you do? I mean, we had the Divination, the... Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I can't block anyways, dude. There you go. Yep, that's what happens when you hit 10 lands in the top 19 cards of your deck. Just lose to Flood. I'm kind of curious to see what our top card is, if it'll show us. It's probably not going to, though, because it'll just take me directly out. All right, well, we got a QP. We got 3 packs. We get to play again at a minimum. Kind of an unfortunate loss there, because I think we probably could have beat that deck. had we just drawn a little bit more gas. But we did not draw gas. We drew 10 lands in the top 19. So, what can you do? I guess you just rejam it again. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. That was a pretty cool blue-black control deck, and I think it was a pretty good deck. Anyways, take care now, guys, and enjoy.